Oh, okay. All right. Well, I slick lied a little bit yesterday. I told y'all I was gonna catch y'all again later on yesterday. Well, that in fact did not happen. Obviously, I didn't even watch Power until this morning, which is Sunday morning. Yeah, blame my mom. Shit, I had to go into the mud and figure out a way. I had to go deep into the trenches and figure out how the hell I'm gonna watch it, and I eventually ended up watching it. You know what I'm saying? I had to risk my freedom to watch it, but nonetheless, we here and it's done. All right. So before we even get started, I need y'all to leave a like. I need y'all to leave a comment. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to do all that. Turn notifications on. Do all that. All right. But with that being said, this is an EaZy review, and we'll be doing the first episode of the new season of Power. So the episode starts like at this auction, and they're selling like this ring. Okay. I don't know if the ring was something that we seen last season or what, I can't really remember, but nonetheless, it starts off with a fucking ring, okay? So the ring ends up getting sold for some millions of dollars, right, to this white guy, and he walks out and he's about to propose to his girl. I mean, the lamest proposal ever for a fucking multi-million-dollar ring, but whatever. Then all of a sudden, this lady slash crew come out of nowhere on some Devo shit. See, my thing with I love Power, don't get me wrong. But Power be doing the most dramatic shit, bro. Like, did they really have to chop off her whole hand to take the ring? Well, I mean, they ended up killing him anyway, and then they left him. They just left him there. I just be like, okay, I guess. You feel me? Like, I guess. Anybody gonna pick up the bodies that y'all just killed, you know, over this ring? You know, and did you have to chop off her? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's Power. You know how Power is. So the next scene, we see Brayden's mom come to talk to Tyree about whatever the hell, right? I would have definitely had to tell Brayden's mama to shut the fuck up talking to me. Because, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your son is responsible for his own shit. You feel me? And I don't know you. You feel me? I have a problem with adults that think they can just talk to people however. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's an older person talking to a younger adult. Just because they're a younger adult, they think they can just overly pop it. Like, bitch, get the hell out of my goddamn face. So then we go ahead and get to Monet, okay? Monet is still super grieving over Zeke. I think a lot of it is more so the fact that she knows that she didn't handle this shit correctly, to me. So I think that she's kind of like grieving in a way that's kind of aiming it towards her family. And I think that she's kind of almost pushing her family away by being the way she is, you know what I'm saying? She was pretty mean to Deanna. She was mean to her husband. She was just kind of being a dick, honestly. So now we see Brayden with his pops and his brother at the Wesson's family job, I guess, or whatever the hell it is. And which we already knew, but his whole family is just full of assholes. All of them are just assholes. You know what I'm saying? That was, except Brayden, honestly. Everybody except for Brayden in that family is a fucking asshole. And the Wessons really, I don't classify them as good people. I just don't think they do illegal shit, for real. You know what I'm saying? So they're not good. They just don't have a reason to be deemed as bad. But I don't think they're good people at all. And just a side note, boy, Power know how to pick some woman on there, don't they, boy? I don't think I've ever seen a woman that was less than a 9 on that show, you know? Especially the black women. They don't put anything that's not extremely undeniably fine on that screen, bro. So shout out to Power. That's why I fuck with Power. That's one of my favorite things about Power, bro. That's why I think Tyree got one of the best jobs of all time. Well, whatever what's his name? Michael Rainey, something like that. He has one of the best jobs of all time. I mean, shit. You feel me? And I think it speaks for itself. So shout out to Michael Rainey. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had your job, brother. So Deanna now goes to Stansfield, okay? And that's why I have a slight problem with how Power coincidentally does shit for their plot. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the odds that Deanna and Brayden's sister, who's a Wesson, are roommates? You know what I mean? Like, obviously that's clearly for the plot, okay? Very unrealistic circumstances, but nonetheless, fuck it, right? It's for the show. We're not gonna overanalyze the show. So Tyree is having trouble with housing, and once again, you always know Tate is there for a come up. Tate will capitalize on any opportunity he sees. Okay, so Tyreek is at, I guess Tate and this guy that works for Stanfield are having some type of like lunch or dinner at some place. Okay. And Tyreek randomly finds the guy and is like, hey, what the hell is going on with my housing? I can't get anywhere. And the dude basically like, nobody wants you to live here, basically. And then Tate goes into that, oh, you're not gonna let this black brother get into the school and I'll have everybody, you know. But Tate don't do shit. Okay. So essentially Tate's little threat helped Tyreek get the housing he needs. However, obviously Tyreek now owes Tate. Okay. So we'll see how Tyreek has to end up repaying that debt. But as of right now, Tyreek owes him. Okay, so we all know what happened to Mecca, right? So now the property technically goes to Zeke. Well, Zeke's no longer here. So now it technically goes to who? Monet, okay? So Monet tells Drew and Kane, that's y'all. They give Zeke the like loft or apartment or whatever that was. And Monet basically tells him that's y'all shit for right now until she sells it, right? So Kane ass, of course, has a fucking party and he's trying to talk business with the new connect, well, with a new connect, right? Because they don't have no supply. Long story short, that shit don't go the way they want it to. So now they're still assed out. For whatever reason, Tyreek and Braden end up at the loft as well a little later, right? And all of a sudden, shouting from the beginning of the show, the African lady pop out, bro. I don't know, like she's moving like the Joker, bro. Like I don't know how she's doing the shit that she's doing, but she's just like she shut out all the lights and shit, made a loud ass pow, and all of a sudden people are popping out with ARs. I don't know, she's moving like the Joker, bro. Like her ass need to be in Gotham somewhere, okay? But nonetheless, she's back on bullshit with this lady that she eventually shoots in the fucking head, okay? So she's looking for answers. Apparently she was Mecca's fiance, all right? And he was supposed to be proposing to her. I don't know how any of this. And he also worked for her, okay? So she's looking for answers. That's really what she's looking for. After she shot Shawty in the head, Braden, Tyreek, and Kane turned into damn spokespersons to try to keep their life, okay? So she gave them a little 30-day trial run, 30-day free trial, like this some damn Netflix or some type of streaming service that you're trying to check out to see what they really made of, okay? So we're gonna see what they're really made of over the next 30 days on the show. One thing I do like that I find interesting in the show is how they use the Tyree takes a psychology class, and the conversations that they have in the class always ties into his situations to an extent. And it kind of shows you, because every time he pretty much talks, and it kind of shows you how clever Tyree is with his words. And I mean, he's a smart ass kid in the show, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously he's in the wrong lane, but he's smart as hell. And the words that they always have him say on the topics that they talk about in the psychology class always just kind of gives you a little insight on how wise he really is. He really is his father's son on some shit, which they make that a point in this episode a little later. So we get back to Braden inside of the Weston's office, okay? And he's walking back to his desk because he forgets something for this meeting, and of course it's fucking Bash, right? How does Sebastian get his ass inside of the Weston office onto a Weston son desk? You see what I'm saying? Like, Power kind of just be doing some shit. Like, there's no way that he would really get there. Nonetheless, he's there, okay? And we know that Bash is a fucking problem, okay? Let's just say it like that. Bash be talking like he damn James Bond or something, bro. Like, he says strong words. He says really strong words that make you want to do something to him, okay? And let's talk about Sax, bro. Sax is like the character that has overextended his life on this show for long as hell, bro. Sax should have been gone when Ghost they should have did him in that apartment when Ghost and Tommy put the bag over his face and Ghost Sax should have been out of there, bro. Nonetheless, Sax is still here, and Sax is risking it all, his license and all, just to hit this woman. And when I say hit, I don't mean punch. You know what I'm saying? To hit. To give him some buns. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it in his case. So whatever Bash ends up telling Braden obviously knows that it's a problem, okay? So he goes to Kane and he's like, look, so Braden wants to get Bastion unalived, essentially. And Kane like, what the fuck? Why I gotta do it? Why you can't do it or whatever? And then he say, you gonna come with me then. Then once they get there, Kane say, whoop, change of plans. You finna kill his ass. You know Kane always try to do some. Kane always on some slick shit, okay? I wonder if Kane gonna survive the stint of this show. I really am interested to know whether or not he'll survive the entire stint of this show. So they get to Bastion's place, but little do they know that Tyree's already there, okay? Tyree tried to talk some sense into Sebastian with his plan, and Sebastian goes back into fucking John Wick mode, and he just starts overly popping it on Tyree. You your daddy's son, and I know who you are, and da-da-da-da-da. And Tyree showed him like, okay, yeah, nigga, I am my dad's son. Stab his ass. Get him up out of here. Okay? As soon as he stabs him, drops him on the floor, Braden and Kane walks back in. And they're like, oh shit. I'm sure Braden was like, oh, this is perfect. I don't have to kill nobody. Feel me? So I'm sure when he walked in and seen a dead body on the ground, that was the best thing he could have possibly have seen. Alright? I know he was extremely relieved. So they obviously they're gonna get rid of him, and I'm pretty sure that's probably in on Sebastian due to him. They think that he fled. They think that he fled the country anyway. So I don't think nobody's gonna have to look for him. So I think that they should be cool on that whole situation. So Rodriguez ends up coming to talk to Sack's girl, okay, and they're basically gonna collab to try to take all of them down. This is long story short of that conversation. All right, and she states that she has a CI that's embedded in the organization. I was wondering whether or not she's talking about Sax, but something tells me she's talking about Effie, bro. Remember I said that. Something tells me that she's talking about Effie. Effie too solid. Like, I think it's Effie, man. I really think it's Effie, but we'll see. So Deanna throws like, I don't know what it's called, so the nigga in me just wants to call it a candlelight at the school for Zeke, okay? And she really did it to try to get her mom to try to like, you know, feel a little better or whatever. So that's that, right? I just want to talk about how bruh tried to slide on her at the candlelight. Like, you don't think that, you know, y'all take a class together, bro. Like, it's plenty of other better times that you could try to slide on her other than like at her brother/cousin fucking candlelight. Feel me? Whatever it seems though, she seemed like she was fucking with it. So we finna see if bruh gonna, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm sure he probably is. It's fucking power, bro. They gonna try to slide any sex scene or anything like that into it any chance they get. And that leads us to the very end, and drumroll please. Lauren's still fucking alive. Of course. Right? It wouldn't be power without some crazy ass, random ass twists. Alright? So I'm interested to see how that happened. I don't really have much to say on that. We'll see as the story goes, okay? Well, that'll be the end of an EaZy review for this first episode of Power. I'll see y'all next week. We got Snowfall and we got Power next week. And we might do an EaZy 10K motherfucker next week too. So we got a lot going on the plate for next week, man. Nonetheless, if you ain't like, comment, subscribe already, please do that for me. And if you have, I appreciate you and y'all be safe, man.